Now at 9, one church is asking for your help finding stolen property. We'll tell you what was stolen and the reaction from a church official.
Plus, Ball State sees its biggest freshman class in history. Tonight, the number of new faces on campus and the changes you will see as a result.
And I'm tracking hot and humid weather to return with rain chances to follow up. All the details and timing coming up in my full forecast.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Luke Hellman.
And I'm Marlee Thomas. Now, we begin tonight with breaking news just into our newsroom. The Delaware County Sheriff's Bomb Squad has been called to a home on the city's south side. Details are limited at this moment. Stay with NewsLink Indiana. We will bring you the very latest on air and online. And leaders at a local church are looking for answers today. A sign outside Muncie First Presbyterian Church is missing. And
church leaders said they found a mess Saturday where their sign used to be. NewsLink Indiana's Lily Cedar-Hall has more.
The church has seen vandalism before. They experienced their first incident over 2 years ago when the sign was kicked off the post. First Presbyterian is known to be an LGBTQ-friendly church. Church manager Robert Abner believes the vandalism is tied to this.
It's likely somebody could have walked by and said, oh, well, church isn't supposed to be like that. And they demolished the sign because of that.
The church has filed a police report. The sign was estimated to be worth more than $2,000. Due to the lack of funding, church members are worried about finances required to replace the sign.
Financial burden is really the hardest part about it. That's where it goes, I think, from being a harmless prank to hurting us financially.
Abner's Facebook post about the stolen sign has hundreds engaged.
My post on Facebook about the sign being destroyed got a lot of attention from friends and community members, friends outside of the community.
Members are planning on creating a GoFundMe if the sign is not found. In Muncie, Lily Cedar-Hall, NewsLink Indiana.
Now, if you have any if you have any details regarding this sign, you can call the First Presbyterian Church in Muncie with more information.
And in campus news tonight, construction projects continue across campus as part of Ball State University's master plan. University officials gathered Friday for the groundbreaking of the new Foundational Sciences building, but this does not mark the beginning of construction for the new establishment. The university says crews have been out for weeks working on the project. The $87.5 million investment will replace the aging Cooper Science building. It's a project leaders with the university say is necessary.
The old building was built in the 60s and it is really old and it's falling apart. We have paint falling into Petri dishes. I mean, it really is pretty old and it's outdated.
This will enable us to expand the facilities available for biology and chemistry, increase the size, but also to create modern learning and research spaces.
Ball State officials expect the project to be done by the 2021 school year. Something else to look forward to are the new facilities on the north side of campus.
That's right. These facilities will be able to help with the influx of new students. NewsLink Indiana's Madison Surface has the details.
Ball State University has begun classes for the 2019 fall semester and officially welcomed a new year of freshmen. This freshman class, though, currently holds a record at Ball State of having the largest amount enrolled.
So the Ball State Office of Admissions is really excited to share that we have enrolled our largest freshman class to date with 4,034 students this year.
As the number of freshmen enrolling each year grows, the building of a new dining hall and more residence halls have followed. Currently, construction has been taking place at the north end of campus. On campus, there's already 6 dining halls, but with the new residence halls being built on the north side, a new dining hall would be considered more convenient for students living in those halls.
Definitely living at the rear end of campus, the north side. We're definitely away from everything else. Student center is a hall, opposite end of campus, so it'll definitely be nice when this is done, especially how quickly they're working on it. It'll be nice to have a dining hall and just kind of an area that's finished for the Johnson and La Follette students that kind of live at the other end of campus, and plus it'll bring more students to this side of campus as well.
The new dining hall will have multiple options when it comes to meals, including choices for those with specific diets or allergies. Both the dining and residence halls are scheduled to be completed by December and in use by the spring semester. In Muncie,
University officials expect the project to be done within the next few years. NewsLink Indiana will keep you posted.
And Muncie is welcoming the grand reopening of Shea's Diamond Boutique after its unofficial opening back in February. Over the past 7 months, the store has gone through many renovations at its McGalliard location, but it's now open and ready for shoppers. Owner Rashay Reed first began her business back in 2018, traveling as a pop-up shop before settling in her location in Muncie. Reed is a Muncie native, specializing her business in luxury jewelry. She is looking forward to giving back to the Muncie community through her retail.
Just I grew up here and this is home, and I love the people of this town and want to just offer them good customer service.
Reed says she is looking forward to bringing the business back to the local community and giving her boutique a mom and pop feel. Alrighty, Luke, now I wore a jacket today when I first went to class. It was a little chilly outside.
Yeah, I did too for my 9 a.m.
But it did end up being a beautiful day. So, Stephen, hopefully we have that nice weather still in our forecast.
Yes, Luke and Marley, good evening, everyone. It started off chilly and it got warm and slightly humid, but temperatures are starting to back off across the state. 76 in downtown Indianapolis, 75 in Lafayette, 68 only for you folks in Fort Wayne. Bit of a chilly evening up there for you guys. It is 72 on Ball State's campus. Note the dew point at 65 degrees, the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. It's been slowly increasing over the last few hours, making things a little bit uncomfortable outdoors. But the radar is clear. We had some low-level clouds north of Marion around Bluffton earlier, but don't expect the nice conditions to last for long. I'm tracking hot and humid air with rain chances all on the way. I'll have the full details later in the show.
Alrighty, thanks, Stephen. An update to a story from back in May where a fight ended with 2 judges shot outside of an Indianapolis White Castle earlier this summer. One of the judges involved has pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor battery charge as part of a plea agreement. The Clark County Circuit Judge Andrew Adams has 6 other charges dropped and won't spend any additional time in jail. Andrews is on a suspended sentence for a full year with no probation. The gunman at this time is awaiting trial on felony charges.
An Indiana woman charged in the strangulation death of her 10-year-old daughter has waived her right to an attorney. 34-year-old Amanda Carmack of Gas City will represent herself in court on charges of murder, neglect, domestic battery, and strangulation. Court documents state Carmack confessed to killing Skylia Carmack 4 days after reporting her missing. Prosecutors say they plan to seek a life sentence in prison without parole. Carmack is currently being held in jail without bond. And take a look at this, scary images out of South Bend. The good news, no one seriously injured after a helicopter crashed this afternoon just north of Walkerton, Indiana. The pilot was the only person on board, and according to St. Joseph County Police, the pilot was spraying crops when the helicopter's engine stopped working.
And all 4 crew members stuck on a disabled cargo ship off the coast of Georgia have been rescued. The ship tipped onto its side after it began listening heavily Sunday morning. 20 members of the South Korean crew were previously rescued by the U.S. Coast Guard. However, thick smoke and flames forced crews to stop their original rescue effort. Several agencies, including the NTSB, are now trying to figure out what caused the vessel to capsize. And the FDA is issuing a warning tonight. Just ahead, what industry it wants to go up in smoke.
And car maker Bugatti is smoking track records with their new supercar. The detail is just ahead.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone? No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance. No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back. The FDA warns a popular e-cigarette company, Juul, to stop its illegal marketing. Juul markets its products as safer alternatives to cigarettes, even though the company has not shown significant evidence of it being a better option.
That's right. Juul actually risks fines, seizures, or even an injunction if it does not comply with federal laws in the next 15 days. The warning comes after a rising number of vape-related illnesses and deaths reported across the country. There have been 5 deaths relating to vaping, raising concerns that there is a vaping epidemic within the U.S.
And some parents upset tonight after a school in Alabama has taken the drastic step of removing the stall doors in some of the boys' bathrooms. Officials say at Wilson High School say the move comes to keep kids from vaping. Principal Gary Horton says the problem is so bad. 2 weeks ago, a student was found passed out in a stall. Despite that, parents aren't happy.
Me as a parent personally, I think that's a little excessive.
I don't like it. They take their only private place in the school that they can do their business.
The parents said a better solution would be to have an adult in the hallway or in the bathroom to make sure that nobody is vaping. The principal says the door removal could be temporary as they work to figure out some other alternatives. And all you adrenaline junkies out there may have a new toy to play with. I guess that is if you have a couple $1 million to spend.
That's true, yes. Supercar manufacturer Bugatti showed off the new Bugatti Chiron, capable of reaching speeds of over 300 miles per hour. The car will feature a 16-cylinder engine with 1,600 horsepower. A prototype clocked in at nearly 305 miles per hour on a test track. Bugatti says only 30 models will be made, but customers can get the car in any color they like. Despite the hefty price tag on the Chiron, $4 million is a steal compared to some of Bugatti's other limited edition models. The Divo costs $6 million, and the Singular La Voiture Noire comes in at a staggering $19 million.
And people will soon be racing into Target now that the retail giant unveils a new loyalty program. Starting next month, customers can get 1% back on purchases throughout the Target Circle loyalty program. Target will also give users early access to sales and personalized deals. Target Circle will work with the Target credit card. It will also replace the cartwheel. The service is free, and customers with existing Target accounts or red cards will automatically be enrolled. Target Circle will launch on October 6th. All right, Stephen, I really hope that sun shines in the forecast, but maybe not.
Well, Marley, I hope so too. Temperatures look to dip into the mid-60s for the overnight hours. I'll have your full forecast right after the break.
For those who serve today, and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end, the Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over.
some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Action!
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Now, Stephen, as I mentioned earlier, I did wear that coat as I was going to class today. Do you think I'll need it tomorrow?
Not so much, and I'll get to why on that in just a little bit. But guys, today it really started off chilly, and then it got warm and a little bit humid. But temperatures starting to back off a bit across the state. Right now, 76 in downtown Indianapolis, 73 in Bloomington and Shelbyville. Only 68 in Fort Wayne. You guys are a bit cooled off right now. 72 on Ball State's campus, but note the dew point. The amount of moisture in the air is 65 degrees. Definitely has been increasing a little bit, making things a little bit more humid. Radar clear. Some low-level clouds passed through near north of Marion and Bluffton. Expect this mostly clear trend to continue through tonight with a low of 63 degrees. Light southwest winds. Definitely not going to be a bad evening, but a little bit humid. Now, tomorrow, big changes on the way. We start off at 64 in the morning, so no interference whatsoever with the weather, with the kids taking the kids to school, but we quickly warm to near 80 at noon and 88 by 5 o'clock. We're touching near 90 degrees tomorrow. Yes, I know, unfortunately, you don't want that heat to come back, but southwesterly warm air, bringing in moisture as well, making it hot and humid for tomorrow. Heat index values could be in the low to potentially mid-90s, so definitely keep it cool. Wear loose, light-fit clothing. Stay hydrated as well. Now, rain chances come back into play as early as Wednesday. With this hot and humid weather expected to last into the middle portion of the work week, so a sort of precision cast now around 11 o'clock on Wednesday morning. We'll have sporadic clouds across the viewing area. Spotty shower starts popping up around 2 p.m. and showers and maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Those chances start to increase, but precision cast is definitely making things more widespread than I think it will be. I definitely believe we'll have a bit of an isolated chance for showers and storms, but expect Wednesday to be mostly dry for most of us, and then those shower chances look to potentially move out once again precision cast, keeping things lingering around. I think we'll be dry for Wednesday night. Now, speaking of rain chances, it does not end there. Isolated chance for Thursday throughout the day. At any point in the day, we could see an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Now, Friday is the big chance for rain. Cold front coming in on a Friday afternoon looks to spark showers and thunderstorms, but Saturday, dry and actually going to be very nice for Family Weekend coming up. Yes, Family Weekend is coming up here at Ball State University with the Ball State next home football game. Going to be a great weekend to hang out with the family and also maybe even go to the football game. So in the full 7-day forecast, once again, hot and humid conditions last through Thursday, slightly back off on Friday with a high of 82. Beautiful weekend on tap. Upper 70s for Saturday. Then we climb back into the lower 80s by Sunday and Monday. So Marley, about the coat thing, yeah, ditch that. You're going to need to be in short sleeve and a short sleeve shirt tomorrow morning. It's definitely, or by the afternoon, I should say. It's going to be quite hot and humid, unfortunately.
My goodness. It's kind of hard to figure out what to wear at this time of year because it's that transition time.
That and it's just Indiana. Indiana's crazy with the weather, but I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
At least we have a nice weekend planned. Looks like it'll be nice.
Yes, absolutely. Get out there and enjoy it.
All right, thank you, Stephen. Hey, now we've got Blake. What's going on with sports, Blake?
Yeah, well, we had a crazy week in weather, crazy week in sports, as we've got football, softball, and we'll introduce the team of the week for our high school viewing area coming up next in sports.
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously. Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Blake Dahlier with sports. Ball State football thrived this weekend following a dominant performance from quarterback Drew Plitt. Following his standout performance, Plitt was named MAC West Player of the Week. He also surpassed 2,000 career passing yards. Plitt had career highs with 32 completions and 439 yards through the air. This ranks 4th all-time for Ball State football, which stands just 30 yards shy of the all-time mark set by current Cardinals head coach Mike New in 1993. The Cardinals went on to win their home opener over Fordham 57-29. In that win, Plitt went off with 6 touchdown passes.
They did what we saw in film. We watched a lot of film on this week and on them this week, and just kind of did what we expected them to do, and nothing really changed. So that was nice. I think at the beginning of the game, coming out stronger, more focused. We started off the first 2 drives were rough. Coming back and responding after they scored first 2 times, for us offensively to go down the field, right down the field and score. The win. That's it. That's all I care about.
Ball State returns home for family weekend. They'll take on Florida Atlantic at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon at Schumann Stadium. As football is coming off a win, Ball State soccer is looking to build some momentum. Following a win of their own, Ball State is undefeated through 5 contests this year, coming off a 1-0 victory over Omaha. The Cardinals had 5 more shots on the goal than the Durangos, which paid off tremendously when the clock hit 0. Following the win, Ball State looks ahead to face Florida Atlantic as they travel down south. Game time is set for 7 o'clock Friday evening. And coming off a 15-point victory over Huntington last Friday, the Ball State softball team takes on Taylor this Friday. The Cardinals were hard at work during today's practice preparing for their game against Taylor this week. They'll look to keep the momentum rolling after their big win. Coach Megan Bartlett was pleased with her team and liked the way they competed on Friday. The Cardinals hit well and played well together and look to repeat that this week. Although the team currently has 3 freshmen on the mound, the coaching staff seems confident in them and are excited for their season.
I think they'll do a nice job. They're talented. We just got our pitching coach here. We lost Josh Johnson to the SEC, but Jeremy Manley I think is going to do a tremendous job for us. So they are much more calm and settled in, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do this year. I think we didn't miss a beat over the summer. I'm pretty excited about it.
First pitch between Ball State and Taylor will be this Friday at 5 p.m. at First Merchants Ballpark. A Delaware County rivalry is taking place this week in NewsLink Indiana's high school game of the week. The interconference battle features the visiting Yorktown Tigers and the hosting Delta Eagles. Yorktown is coming off a 2-1 start to their season. Delta, however, is 3-0 and looking to extend their undefeated year. The Eagles are ranked 4th in Indiana among 4A schools and 28th overall. Kickoff is set for 7:30 Friday evening at Delta High School. Well, it's that time of year for the Friday Night Lights and for Ball State football. And how about Drew Plitt taking home MAC Player of the Week honors? That's some amazing stuff with 6 touchdown passes.
It really is, yeah. I was actually at that game, and I noticed how standout of a performance that Drew had there. It was really something else.
Great to see him. 2,000 yards for his career. Congratulations to Drew Plitt.
That's awesome. Now, are you going to be going to the family weekend game this weekend?
I will. I've got some family coming down to visit, so I think they're in for a treat.
Alrighty, chirp, chirp. Hoping for a W.
And coming up after the break, Rebecca joins us with What's Trending.
Find out who made their own cover to Ariana Grande's song. Stay with us.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back. Time now to take a look at what's trending.
And joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Rebecca Rosado. Rebecca, what do you have for us tonight?
Hi, good evening, guys. We're going to start it off with 72-year-old Spanish singer Camilo Sesto passed away in Madrid due to a heart attack on Sunday, sadly. Fans gathered in Madrid to say their final goodbyes to Sesto. Over the course of his career, hundreds of millions of records he sold, which was absolutely amazing. Singing at Madison Square Garden topped off his career in 1989. It was the height of his career following several international tours.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing.
NASA is hoping one pop star will help spark youth's excitement about space. Interns at NASA's Johnson Space Center dared to challenge Ariana Grande. Making it out of this world, they remixed her song, NASA. They even made a music video to go along with it. Grande's song is originally about a girl who needs space from her boyfriend. She even used in-space astronomical events to get her point across. The interns changed the lyrics to show their excitement for the Artemis lunar space exploration program, NASA's new plan to get American women to the moon by 2024. The space agency called it an educational parody that is a part of the volunteer outreach program.
We're NASA, out of this world, going to space, yeah, we're going to the moon, space, going to space, going to space.
That is hilarious that they did that. It was absolutely crazy to see that happen as well, like a NASA team go out there and make a whole video for Ariana Grande. That's awesome. Now, Stephen, let's take one last look at the weather.
Well, it won't be fun as a NASA video. Ditch the fall light gear. Don't need it out just yet because hot, humid air on the way. Upper 80s through the middle part of the work week. Better conditions for the weekend for family weekend. We start the new work week with dry conditions of a high of 82.
Alrighty, thank you, Stephen. And that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.